So much has transpired since Production and Creative Services and OSS partnered to manage streaming operations that everyone may not be up to date with the new Flash Media Server Development Edition. The basic advantages: it's single stream that can feed desktop, Android, and Apple iOS devices, and even a basic demonstration since the FMS Development Edition only runs for limited periods. The following review and ensuing live studio demonstration will hopefully offer an overview of what we've assembled in the last year. Some of Flash Media Server's advantages are the use of our existing capture and live broadcast workflows. The cost is quite low. At last check, an upgrade from our previous version was about $1,000. And given the groundwork we've already laid, deployment can occur in a few weeks. But the use of existing hardware, low cost, and rapid deployment isn't Flash Media Server's best feature. The most salient feature the new Flash Media Server promises is its ability to stream a Classroom Studio feed to desktop, Android, and Apple iOS devices from a single media feed. Why is this good? A single feed translates into 2/3 less back-end NetApp storage. Fewer encoders reduce hardware costs by a similar 2/3, and without even using FMS's built-in protected streaming workflow, media security is increased by an order of magnitude since streams are basically virtualized, thwarting user downloads. But enough overview. Let's take a look at how a single studio feed can stream to multiple devices. Hi, this is Tuffer Mayeda from Cal State University, Sacramento. I just want to do a quick demonstration of the Flash Media Server 4.5 demonstration server. The server only runs on demo mode for 10 minutes at a time, so we're going to go ahead and do a demonstration of an actual desktop feed, some mobile devices across the feed of Android and iOS devices, and quick to point out that this is all from the same single feed. So switching over to the desktop, on the desktop, if we just go ahead and look at this, this is just one of our instructors, and this is a post feed from one of our instructors. But basically, this is a single feed into the system, and what we're seeing is this being generated with a web wrapper around it. If we move over, moving over to our desktop, or our document camera, what we'll see is this is a Samsung Galaxy and Android device. If we go ahead and start that feed too, what we can see is basically the same feed that we're providing for the desktop is being generated in HDS for the Samsung Galaxy version. Similarly, we can sort of move on and go straight into an iPad. And what we see with the iPad is, again, same feed and a different device.
How do we know this? Okay.
And actually, next moving up to a different, smaller mobile device, what we have is a Droid. So I flip this guy around. And I'm going to zoom in real quick and sort of refocus here and start it up again. There we go. Do a quick flip. And so there we go. We have, again, the same feed running on this guy, and we have very similar, again, same feed, but being generated for a smaller device, different version. Sort of moving through the field, we have a iPhone 4S, and iPhone 4S, again, totally different piece of hardware, but different feed, or same feed pumping into the system here. So again, we're seeing an identical thing, and I can crank the volume if I want.
But what we've done, what I've just
done, we have that as well.
Organize these.
Moving on from the iPhone 4, we have an iPhone 3GS, slightly older in the model series, but again, same thing, single feed going to an older device in the iOS line. And then finally in the iOS line, we have an iPhone 3G, our most venerable of all the old ones, of the originals, and you'll see that this guy is up and going on this guy too.
It's very, very basic, but
so similarly, we have now covered the gamut of going from a Samsung Galaxy to an iPad 2, and all the way into a iPad, or all the way down to an iPhone 3G series. So if we kind of go back out, like, well, how do you actually, like bona fide, let's see if this is actually, live feed. Of course, we're feeding pieces that were taped for us before, and this is going to run, a little behind, but what you'll see is we're going to actually generate this feed back out live and loop it back to you from the secondary feed through our machine room and back into the iPad. So there's going to be a little bit of delay. But the coolest part about, again, the Adobe system is seeing this entire thing run from desktop to iPad to Android tablet to Android mobile to iPhone mobile, and throughout their entire line off a single feed, which is actually really kind of cool. Again, the reason why we're taping it here in the studio is because this guy only runs for 10 minutes and then we have to entirely shut the server down due to a licensing issue. Once we have the license, obviously, this will continuously run. Again, thanks for checking this out and listening, and hopefully this clarifies actually what we've been able to develop here with the Adobe Flash Media Server 4.5 Development Edition. Thanks a lot. Checking this out and listening, and hopefully this clarifies actually what we've been able to develop here with the Adobe